Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to my channel. This is a video where I'm talking to my friend. She completed her PhD a couple of years ago, and today we're going to talk about all this stuff and some more. So if you're interested, please watch the video till the end. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Today we're talking in English about your
Yes.
story, about your
Yes.
story
The
and
story of my
experience.
life.
Yes, story of your life. And before we start, I would like to make a very short disclaimer to all the people who are going to watch this video. And it's about us being non-native. So we are non-native English speakers, and we are a little bit nervous today, and it's only natural that we might make some mistakes, slip of the tongue, some grammaticals. That's totally all right. Okay, I want to like underline this, highlight this. So we will try our best to speak the best English we can, but things happen. Okay, with that said, Gala, hello once again. I'm very happy to see
Hi,
you.
everyone.
Gala is my friend. We were friends at university. She recently visited me in Elista with her research work. So that's what we are going to discuss today as well, maybe. And Gala completed her PhD a couple of years ago. Am I right?
Yes,
Yes.
in 2019.
2019. Yeah. And of course, like PhD, it's like a European degree. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She did it abroad in a foreign country. So that's what we are talking about today. So my first question is a regular one, I think, and it's about English learning. So that's the main purpose, like to motivate people to learn English, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I want to hear from you, like, what do you think was your English learning path? What was the most important thing in English learning for you?
Mm-hmm. My English path started at school. I actually studied here in Ulan-Ude, that is the capital of the Republic of Buryatia, and I studied in a linguistic gymnasium. So we had English classes since the first grade, since the first year of study. But I cannot say that this was the main reason, the main thing that made me a proficient English speaker. Of course, the major impact was my study at the university, at the Buryat State University, where we studied together.
Together.
Yeah, so that was the Faculty of Foreign Languages, and I was studying at the chair of translation and intercultural communication. So those 5 years, they made the great influence on my English path.
And I was thinking about it as well. You see, not all people go to university, to the faculty of like the foreign languages specifically. So I thought that what made us good students, yeah, what made us learn the language better,
Okay.
it was
Mm-hmm.
like consistency, maybe, yeah. What do
Mm-hmm.
you think? Do
Mm-hmm.
you agree with this?
Yes, I do. I also think that a lot of impact on me was made by the uh, music I listened to. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, the English music, music in English, because I was really interested in what people are singing about.
Mm-hmm.
That is why I was searching the lyrics in the internet, and that is how I was learning some new words. And further on, I started to watch movies also in English
Mm-hmm.
with subtitles first. Uh, Even now, I prefer watching English movies with subtitles.
Yeah, it's okay.
Uh-huh.
So music, yeah, lyrics, and movies with subtitles. Anything else?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Communication with native speakers, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think a lot of influence on me was my trip to the United States influenced a lot.
Mm-hmm.
On I think it influenced my pronunciation a lot. People say that I have some American accent, which I probably think this is because I had this work and travel experience when I was a student.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that American is like more often around us in the entertainment. Yeah, so there are a lot more of American movies and series, like TV shows, whatnot. Yeah. Okay. So now moving on to the topic of our conversation. So after university, you like had quite a journey, right? So it's not like you just immediately went on to get your PhD, right? So what happened after university?
Yeah, so after I graduated university, my mom insisted that I should go and do my postgraduate studies. That is aspirantura, which I didn't want to do, but I had to.
Okay.
Yeah, so somehow, well, at the same time, I was working in a private English school in Ulan-Ude, and I was teaching school children, adults, small children, any kind of people. I was teaching English, and at the same time, I was doing this Russian postgraduate level of studies, and I was writing my kandidatskaya dissertation, which was devoted to the issues of cognitive theory of translation aspects. This is very specific topic. Yeah. So I graduated so I finished it in 2013 in June. And when I was finishing it, half a year before I finished it, I applied for this PhD scholarship at the University of Warsaw. That was an Erasmus Mundus program, which was called something Aurora Erasmus Mundus. And you know, Aurora is a star, a star which is in the east. That was a program which was aimed to exchange of students between Russia and European Union. So a lot of students from Russia went to European Union, and vice versa. Students from European Union were traveling to Russia to study. Yeah.
Nice. So you got this scholarship, right? So you went to Poland to start your studies. And what made you like go for a PhD? What was your idea of PhD? Why did you choose to go this way?
The thing is that I already made some steps in postgraduate studies in Russia, and my husband also was studying at aspirantura in Ulan-Ude. So we were suitable candidates for this fellowship, both of us, which is quite rare. So we decided to try to fill in the application, to prepare all the documents, and to send this to apply for this position, for this scholarship.
Yeah, so you wanted to continue your like research work,
Yeah, yeah.
go that
So
way.
I think since childhood, it's somehow you can. It's unconscious that you think that you really want to make this job. I mean, teaching, researching, something like this. I think this is my path really now.
Okay, nice, nice, very good. And now, so having had this experience, yeah, having obtained this PhD, what is your view? Like, what is it for? Why do you need it? What can you do with PhD? Like, what are the perks of that?
Yeah, these were the questions I was asking for all those 6 years. I'm joking.
Okay.
Okay, so well, I have to say that it was not an easy path. Not totally not an easy path. And so what is it? A PhD is a degree which you receive after you receive your bachelor's and master's degree. Yeah? So this is the thing that very few people agree to do, because you have to choose some specific area of study to research what is already done there. Yeah, you have to then you have to collect some corpus for analysis, and then to present some results of your own research that you make some impact to the general area of studies. Yeah, a lot of people compare it with kandidatskaya dissertation, but it is actually not well. It is supposed to be equivalent, but it is not really, because, for example, if you look at it at a quantitative level, your kandidatskaya dissertation should be at least 150 pages. Yeah, and PhD dissertation, its minimum is 200 pages, so it's a little larger, and it's almost like a Russian doctoral thesis.
Almost, but not equal.
Yeah, but in Russian, this grade system, it is not equal. So in Russian system, I have like the second kandidatskaya level. Yeah. So what can I do now? Now I can write Dr. Dandukova when I write letters.
Yeah. The prefix, yeah,
Yeah,
in
I
the
have the
list,
prefix.
like Mr., Mrs.,
Yeah.
Doctor.
And I'm doctor.
Yeah.
You should address to me as doctor when you start an email.
Yeah.
You should address to me as doctor if you write a postcard or something. Um, but you also can apply for postdoctoral scholarships, which is a great opportunity to to start an academic path in some European or American university, because there are plenty of postdoctoral scholarships. It's like junior research positions in various faculties, departments. And well, the funny thing is, when I defended, I remember the joke from one episode of Friends, Friends
Yeah,
series.
sure.
And so when they were flying in an airplane, and someone felt bad and they were looking for a doctor, and Ross said that he was a doctor. But Rachel said, "You're not a real doctor." well, well, now if one day I will fly in a plane, so I will raise my hand and say, "I'm a doctor." Oh, it's
Yeah,
a joke.
ask me about linguistics and cultural
Yeah.
studies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So basically, you kind of elevate your status. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you're now a doctor, and now you can choose among a variety of other programs for
Yes.
postdoctoral studies all around the world, where the Western system of education takes place. Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Nice. So do you have any plans for that? Do you have any options, like maybe post-pandemic, in the post-pandemic era, maybe?
This is maybe the bad side of this job of being a researcher, because this is not so stable as you might think, because you have a scholarship and it always ends someday, and you have to search for something new. By now I am in a project here at Ulan-Ude. It is the third year of our project, but it will finish in winter. So now I am in search for some new opportunities, new grants, new scholarships. After I finished my PhD, I already applied for several jobs and several grants, but you have to always be prepared that only 1 out of 10 applications that you apply for will win. So you always write, but you almost never win.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you kind of in some kind of a competition, yeah, with
Yes. Hmm.
mhm. Yeah. So that keeps you in tonus, keeps you
Yes, all the time.
energized.
Yeah,
Okay.
especially the deadlines. I
Oh,
love them so much.
okay. Deadlines. The word for freelancers and scientists and researchers, obviously.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So as you said, doing a PhD is a very tough period of time, right? Especially when you are sharing your responsibilities as a mom. Yes, as a new mom and as a wife and in a foreign country, I think, oh, I can only imagine how stressful it was. So, do you have any like tricks or tips that you used or came up with during that time that helped you with your time management?
Hmm.
Yeah. So, what can you advise or recommend, maybe?
Um, so, well, first of all, if you go to study in a European university, you have to forget all that you learned about the system of Russian education, because in European university, nobody cares about you. You have to do yourself everything. If there's nothing like teachers are running, professors are running for you. Oh, you should pass the last exam, please come at that date. Nobody will run for you. Yeah, you have to always control your studies. You should always know the dates when the meetings are, when the session starts. uh, there is also an online system of enrolling into the new courses each year. So you have to be in time, because there is a very short period when you can sign in for a course. And when this time ends, so please, sorry, nothing can be done
Mhm.
already. You have to be like, what's going on
Yeah.
here? Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, as for my own story, I think it is very specific, because I studied together with my husband, and we had a small baby, and we had to write the dissertations uh, when she was like a really small baby. We brought our grandmother with us, so that she could babysit while we are at classes. And when she was 1 year old, we didn't have any classes already. And so we were working at the library. So the first months, we tried the system. For example, Monday, it's his day, he goes to the library, I sit at home. Tuesday, my day, I go to the library and he sits. But
Hmm.
then it turned out that one day is not enough to like to half of the day you lose on preparing.
Hmm.
And when the idea comes to you, you already have no time to write.
Hmm.
So we started to have 2 days
Hmm.
working and then 2 days resting and sitting, babysitting,
Hmm.
because it was very difficult to like take yourself.
To concentrate, to focus. Yeah.
Concentrate, yeah, to focus in one day only.
Hmm.
And well, and actually, I can say that our styles of working also are different. I'm a morning person, and the best time for me is early in the morning. I can get up at 5 or at 6 o'clock in the morning, and this is the most effective time for me. I can write really good.
Hmm.
But my husband, he is a night person. He can do nothing all the day, and only when the sun comes down, the yeah wakes up. Yeah, so he mostly works at nights. Then we started to try, yeah, like I was working during the day and he was working during the night. Yeah, we tried various kinds of systems of time management to write the dissertation. Yeah, but maybe the best was when our daughter went to the kindergarten finally. Yeah, and we had time to both of us to work simultaneously.
Yeah, so during that time, during the PhD, your daughter was born.
Yeah,
Yeah, she grew up a little bit, old enough
yeah.
to go to the kindergarten.
Hmm.
So how long did it take you to finish your studies?
So we actually started our studies in 2014 or 13. No, 13.
Hmm.
Um, and we had the 3-year fellowship, that Erasmus Mundus fellowship. Uh, During that time, we were living in Poland and returning to Russia only for summer holidays. So our daughter was born on the second year of studies. And after that scholarship finished, we stopped receiving the stipend, and we had no money to live in Poland. So we returned to Russia, to Ulan-Ude, and in 2017, Bato had to go to work in a bank, and I was sitting at home with the baby. In 2018, I won another scholarship in Austria, in Vienna. So we went for half a year to Vienna. And then finally, in the year 2018 and 19, we went to the kindergarten, and we were sitting hardly at home and finishing our dissertation. And finally, in summer 2019, we went to Poland for a month and passed the final exams and had the defense of the dissertation. So it was 6 years.
Yeah, so it's not like a fixed timeline. So you have like 3 years of stipend, so you have to like finish it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
So it's
mm-hmm.
like maybe it's the best of option because you get the money, yeah. But still, you took your time to extend the deadline, yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but 6 years is the maximum, because if you do it longer, you will have to pay for the
Ah, you will have
defense.
to pay.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, for the defense, for the
Yes.
work of the
Yeah. Mm-hmm. For the of
commission, yeah.
commission. Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So
nice. I see.
like we swapped into the last grade.
Yeah, yeah. Last minute.
Yeah. Yeah. This
Okay.
is.
Well, anyway, it turned out good, yeah. So you
Mm-hmm,
you you do
mm-hmm.
finished it.
Yeah,
Nice.
but it was extremely stressful. Last year was extremely stressful. Like our house was complete, like the house of trash. It was unbelievable.
Disaster.
Disaster, complete disaster. We were drinking energy drinks all the day. Like
Wow.
every day we were drinking energy drinks because coffee was not helping already. Yeah.
I
And
see.
just it was a complete mess. Yeah,
Hmm.
but we survived.
You survived. You
Yeah.
survivors. You are survivors. So what I wanted to ask you was about pros and cons of doing a
Hmm.
PhD and a Russian degree, like a doctorantura, yeah, so called, or
Hmm.
aspirantura, like two systems, yeah. So we discussed a little bit on the pros and the cons. So my question is, would you like, do you think it's worth it? Would you swap the experience you had for the Russian education system, for the Russian, getting the Russian degrees, or are you like happy with where you are right now?
Hmm. Um, I'm very grateful for my Russian experience of doing кандидатская dissertation, because that really helped me in when I was already in Europe. But still, I think that the European level of postgraduate studies, it is higher, much higher.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, if you have an opportunity to apply for some scholarship in a European university to do a PhD, that is a great investment. That's a great
Investment.
investment, yeah, for yourself, for your
Mhm.
personal growth, for your intellectual growth, and
Mhm.
for your just level of personality. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's a very nice thing that you both, with your husband, you come from like ordinary families. Yeah, yeah. So no extra rich people in your family. So you did it on yourself
Absolutely
totally.
no. Yeah.
Yeah. So you funded yourself with those scholarships and stipends. So that's a very nice
Hmm.
motivation for like people who think that like there are no prospects in this country.
Hmm.
Yeah, maybe we should try to look for some options outside.
Yeah.
And by the way, so coming to the real topic of your studies, so what are you a
Ah,
PhD in?
mhm.
So what do you was your work about?
Hmm. So I was studying at the Faculty of Artes Liberales, the free arts. So they have plenty of specialities to work on. And I was doing a PhD in literary studies. Our program was called Search in Identity, Global Challenges, Local Traditions. So I
Mm,
decided to focus on my own ethnic community, that is the Buryat people, and to study the ethnic identity of the Buryats as the example of the poetry of Bair Dugarov. This is one of the greatest contemporary poets of Buryatia.
mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you studied his works, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And was it difficult to do it, especially when you were in Poland, like far away from home?
I even wrote an article about my experience of doing the research in Poland because I'm kind of an insider researcher who comes from the community which I study.
Mhm.
But I went to an outsider environment, that is Poland, which is really far from Buryatia. And that experience of in between, how it influenced on me, um, on my own personality, and on my research also. So it actually, I think it was very it had a very positive impact on me, because um, I cannot say that a lot of people in Buryatia know a lot about them, about the history and culture of the Buryat people. But when I came to Poland, I had this opportunity to speak with the leading scholars who study our region, our culture, our history, and that is how I could view uh, this my area of study, like
Mhm.
from a side, from
Yeah,
outside,
yeah.
and kind of interpret it in a new way, which I couldn't do if I would stay in Buryatia.
Yeah, yeah. So sometimes it happens when you're involved in something, it's like you're like blindsided. Yeah, you don't see a
Mm-hmm,
lot of things. But
mm-hmm,
when
mm-hmm.
you're just far away, like
Yeah, yeah.
how to say, high level view, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you start to really get into the details. That's
Yes.
absolutely
Mm-hmm,
understandable. Yeah.
mm-hmm,
Okay, so Bayar Dugarov is a very famous poet. Even I know about him. And of course, I know about his daughter. Yeah, she's
mm-hmm,
in the US.
mm-hmm,
She's working for the UN. Oh,
mm-hmm.
yeah, United Nations.
Oh yeah, that's my dream.
I met her once. She came when
Really?
she came to Moscow with her book presentation.
Oh,
I
mm-hmm.
went to the book presentation. I have a picture with her. So, and I
Mm.
have the book somewhere. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
yeah. I
Maybe.
also have the book, and I went to presentation in Ulan-Ude. Yeah. I asked her the question about her favorite poem of Bair Dugarov, of course. And she like, oh, I know you, the girl who is doing a PhD about him. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's me.
Okay. So I think that I asked all the questions I had,
Mm-hmm.
except just for one.
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to give us some recommendations, maybe, yeah, about people you read or watch
Mm-hmm.
out there, like on YouTube, on Instagram. What is your inspiration or motivation, or just like current interest, maybe? Do you have any?
Mm-hmm. I follow you. I can,
Okay.
yeah, I can advise people you because it's very, very funny, very, very useful to watch your stories. What you do is great. Yeah,
Thank you.
I remember the girl with British slang, some funny slang idioms. She always does. I learned from you about her. I don't remember her name.
I don't remember her name as well, but I know who you're talking about. Yeah, so I like finding something like this on the
Yeah,
internet
yeah.
and
But
uh,
for people who really want to make some academic work, some research, and they would like to study in a European university and receive a degree of a PhD, I would recommend um, to master their English and to make to read articles in English and for example, uh, don't be shy.
wow.
uh, don't be shy to write to people you do not know, to
Hmm.
the foreigners you do not know if you have some questions, because in the English speaking world it's normal when some guys write to you and say, hello, I'm doing an application for a fellowship and I need a recommendation from the university which will be the host. Can you do such a
Hmm.
recommendation letter for me? And they will always, almost all the time, they will say, oh sure, no problem. Yeah, it's just you who stop yourself. Yeah, not
Yeah,
them.
so
Mhm.
limits are
Yeah,
in
yeah.
your head
Hmm,
only.
hmm.
Wow, that's a great advice.
And a great place to look for those English speaking scholars is a social network for scholars. Maybe you know it or maybe not. It's academia.edu, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah. I'm registered there, but I was only looking for some books. But I
Yeah.
didn't know it was like a social media, like a social platform.
It's kind of social media and where you can find some unpublished or very rare materials that authors themselves publish.
Hmm.
And you can follow various very prominent people, and sometimes they will write to you and say, oh, I read your article, it is so great, maybe we can meet someday. And you're like,
Whoa.
oh my god,
Wow.
I was citing her like a month ago and now she is writing to me. Yeah. And the messages from Academia Edu always make my day. Like,
Oh,
someone just searched for you in Academia Edu, and I was like, oh, let's
oh,
see the city.
nice, nice.
It's the United States. Ooh, or it's India. Ooh, what's going on? India.
What's up? Yeah.
Mhm.
Nice. So yeah, academia.edu is a nice resource, I think. Yeah, so it's a very
Mhm.
nice recommendation. So I think that's it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank
I'm very
you
thankful for
for
you.
the invitation.
Yeah, I hope this talk would be helpful, yeah, and interesting, motivational, inspirational. So that's my focus here. Anyway, maybe we'll do it one more time
Yeah.
on a different topic if you want to.
I will be glad to. I really liked it. I'm very happy you invited me. Yeah. And
Yeah,
I hope we did it well.
I hope to. Yeah, so we'll see. Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
So